Welcome to the Youth1 Spotlight. I am your host, Ryan Oliver, and today I'm very excited because I am joined by one of the rising stars from the 2025 class, Travis Harden. Travis, how are you?
Good. What about you?
I'm doing good. Travis, I
Mhm.
want to hear in your own words how you feel like your game has progressed over the past couple of seasons. You're an athlete, you play multiple positions. I want you to tell me about the positions you're playing right now and how your game has progressed.
My game progressed pretty good, but I feel I can do better. The position I'm going for is DB and receiver, but my coach want me to play linebacker more because of how I'm built.
Yeah, well, tell me a little bit about. I know you're about
Mhm.
6 feet tall. Tell me how much you weigh now, and what that transition to maybe playing some linebacker looks like for you.
Yeah, I'm 6 feet. I'm still 160. I'm trying to gain some more weight. And linebacker, it's difficult because we got like a new head coach, so I'm still trying to learn the plays for the defense.
Yeah, no, I got you. In terms of,
Mhm.
I know you play some wide receiver, you play some defensive back, and now you're saying you're play some linebacker. Is there a position that you prefer, and why? Why do you prefer that position?
Safety, I can just look over the whole field.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. How long have you been playing the game of football in general, and maybe how long have you been playing the safety position as well?
Since I was 5, I started playing safety in 8th grade.
And right now you're in which grade?
Ninth.
Oh, okay. Yep, that's
Mhm.
cool. What about the receiver position? Tell me about that. Is that a position you find enjoyment in too? And if so, why?
Yeah, it's fun, you know what I'm saying? Like, like on 7-on-7, you having fun with your friends. You can like, it's just fun. Like,
Do you feel like
like
your height plays to your advantage when you play receiver?
a little bit, but it more speed to receiver because
Yeah.
that's how it is nowadays.
Nah, I totally get that for sure. Have you done anything in terms of training or camps and combines to kind of grow your game? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I went to like an RSI combine this past Saturday. I think go to another one on April 2nd to like a VTO combine.
Yeah, VTO Sports. Yeah,
Hmm.
Youth1 actually, like we're partners with them too. So that's really awesome. We're very familiar with those camps, and they're great for exposure. So I think that's a great way to kind of hone your game. Travis, I want to ask you about your strengths on the field in your own words. Can you tell me what you feel like you're best at?
I got speed. Mm, I'm very aware. I know what everything happened, and well, I got good size. I can put a good hit on somebody.
Yeah, I was watching your film, and I think that that's a very accurate description. I feel like your speed and your ability to make plays definitely is an ability that stands out. For someone that hasn't seen you play Travis, and they come to a game where Travis Harden is playing, what can they expect to see?
A good show. All I can say.
A good show. I like that. I like that. I love the confidence. I think they'll see a very versatile athlete that can play a bunch of different positions and impact the game on both sides of the ball and on special teams. So I think that's definitely important to note. I want to ask you a little bit about your leadership. Would you say that you serve as a leader for the teams that you play on? And if so, tell me what your leadership style is.
Sometimes I play as leader, but not really now since I'm 9th grade and they're like seniors and people above me. So I'm waiting for the true time to come through. But my leadership style, like, I want everybody to be the best. I want everybody to work with me, grind with me, and just be with me. You feel me?
No, I totally get that, Travis. I get what you're saying about being a ninth grader. I think that usually when I ask that question, I'm talking to eighth graders, so they might be the top dog on their team or something like that. But that makes sense. You're kind of at the bottom of the totem pole, so you're kind of following the lead. But right now, you're probably honing skills. So when you do become a junior, senior, and you're maybe one of the
I'll
better
be ready.
players, yeah, exactly, you're gonna be ready. So that's a great way to put it. Is there an area of your game, Travis, that you look at and you say, okay, if I can get better in this area, I can take my game to another level? And if so, what is that area?
Patience. Like at DB, you gotta be patient when the receiver doing the release. You gotta watch their moves.
I really like that answer, Travis, because I asked that question because I think it makes young athletes think like, okay, what is that one area? Because athletes tend to say everything, I'm working on everything. And it's like, well, if I ask you to think of a specific area, I'd never gotten the answer patience. And I think that's a really great answer because I think that,
Mhm.
especially at DB, I mean, it is all about the patience and that type of thing. So I think that that's a really good answer, Travis. I want to ask you about a little bit of off the field stuff. What do you like to do in your free time outside of football? I know you probably train and you're in school, but what do you like to do in kind of like your downtime? What are some hobbies you have?
I like watching TV, like some cartoons. I like some superheroes one. I love it. DC my favorite.
Which one?
DC.
Okay, that's awesome. I haven't gotten that one. It's really interesting to like hear the different hobbies that the younger generation has. I'm 30 now, so I gotta see what y'all are into. I don't want to be
Mhm.
too out of touch with with what the younger generations got going on. Travis, I want to ask you about some of your short-term and long-term goals, both in life and in football. Do you have any goals that you look at and you say, this is what I want to do one day?
Yeah, my first goal going to college. Then my second goal, of course, make it to the league. My third, I want to say to make everybody remember me, to be famous, Hall of Fame.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think that right now you're laying the foundation for your goals, and that's my advice for young athletes: is that the habits you have now, that the hard work that you're putting into football, whether or not you make it in football or not, I think the habits you build are like good habits for your life. Like one back in the day, I had dreams of making it to the league too. It didn't work out for me, but I feel like the habits I learned from playing sports, playing football in the classroom have really helped me as a man in life. So that's my advice to you is to follow your goals. Don't let no one tell you that you can't, achieve what you want to achieve. But it's really the habits and the foundation that you're building for yourself as a young man. And you seem like you got a really good head on your shoulder. So keep working hard, man, and keep doing your thing. Um, Lastly, I want to ask you, and this is the most important question I'm going to ask you on this interview. And I ask every athlete that interviews with me for the first time this important question. What is in Travis Harden's headphones before a big game so you can go out there and make big plays?
I really don't listen to music. I just think what I'm gonna do, think how the opponent's gonna do, and think about how the game gonna go in my way.
Do you, is it like kind of like envisioning the plays you're going to go out there and make? Is that kind of what you're
Mhm.
saying?
Like on That's So Raven, how she have vision and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sound having too.
I like that. I like that. When I was playing football, we used to do this thing where we would sit there and the coach would say like, just think about scoring the touchdown. Kind of be with yourself. And I think that's cool. You say you don't listen to music. I think that's it's interesting, different strokes for different folks, right? So like some people like they gotta have loud music in their headphones before a game to get them pumped up. But it sounds like you're a little bit more like, nah, I gotta lock in, quiet to myself and focus and go out there and make the plays that I kind of saw when I was back in the locker room, getting my thoughts together. I like the That's So Raven reference too, because I grew up on that. So
Dang, I love it.
yeah, for sure, man. Well, Travis Harden, it has been a pleasure to get to know you. Thank you for joining me on the Youth One Spotlight. The last thing I want to ask you, is there anything else about you people should know that they may not know?
I'm gonna be here. Y'all gonna remember me when I'm in college. Like in probably Arkansas, Cincinnati, or Georgia. Y'all gonna remember this. All I gotta say.
All right, Travis Harden. Remember the name. This is 2025 athlete Travis Harden. Travis, thank you, man. I really appreciate your time.
I appreciate your time too. Thank you for having me.